People tell me the earth is 6,000 years old. It's not bad. If you listen to that Nori, who listens to Coast sometimes, a lot of his shows are almost medieval. It's about, what is it called, exorcisms. They've got shows on that. We're back in the medieval days. Occasionally something good's on and I listen. But mostly it's a distraction and it absolutely makes people more stupid. It's all kinds of things like that, all the medieval stuff. So exorcisms, so I phoned him up one time years ago, and I said, I can tell you something. What happens when you don't pay your exorcist? You get repossessed. That's stupid, isn't it? Okay? So, and fundamentalists are into all of that. Like the New Agers are into contemplating my navel, think nice thoughts, everything will get better. What a load of crap. You're put here to evolve. You're in charge of your own evolution. You're responsible for your actions, we hope. Stop blaming God and the devil and, I'm so sick of this. And as I've said before, what's a fundamentalist? They've got funding and they're mental, okay? Remember that. That's who they are. So the Ukraine rejected the EU, so that started that war. And of course, the Ebola, as I said, is to get into Africa. They need something else to get into Africa because Africa doesn't have it. It has a lot of resources, but they don't have what Europe has. They have nothing because they've been robbed. Ever since they first discovered Africa, it's been robbed and raped. They have all these great stuff, but it doesn't belong to them. So how will we get in there? We'll put a little Ebola in there, not the actual Ebola, something we can manage, because people are not turning into mush. That's not happening. So this will get us in. This is what will get us in. We'll send in. They didn't say we're going to send more doctors. They said we're sending in the army. Okay, that should tell you something. Right? We're sending in the army to build hospitals and places for these nice doctors to live. So that's how they're getting into Africa. And Sierra Leone, they've got more diamonds than any other area. So there's lots of reasons for all these wars. But the main reason is to keep this planet under under these murderers. You can kill more people with death than anything else, okay? So that's why these wars are going on. Here's a little bit of news here, because this happened so far back. In 1970, Iraq nationalized its oil industry, and they had a high standard of living. When they went in there, they lied. When they went into Iraq was one of, probably aside from Libya, the most modern, secular, no fundies, everything. The Sunnis and the Shiites weren't killing each other. Well, the U.S. went in there, and you know what they did and what it's like now. So Saddam was working for the U.S. for a while, and they made him go to war against Iran, but he didn't win. He lost. So then they went to Saddam and they said, look, we want you to privatize your oil. And Saddam said, no, it's for the people. The bad old Saddam said, no, I can't do that. It's for the people. So what they did then was he got the highway of hell. They let him think it was okay to go into Kuwait and reclaim, because Kuwait was slantering under Iraq and sucking out all the oil. And Kuwait used to be part of Iraq. So as they just gave a nudge, wink, and okay, go in there. He gets the highway of hell, okay? And that's what happened to Saddam. Everybody they use, they will betray, because America is occupied. It's occupied. Only the people that think about it know. It's if you could see the amount of people in government who have dual citizenship, Israel and U.S. The Zionist lobby runs the U.S. Anybody aware of politics is aware of that, okay? So that's what happens. So this is one of my predictions here. I said all nations with oil and water resources will be attacked either through trade agreements or with invasion, with Israel acting as reconnaissance and espionage through the Mossad. Okay? So that's what is happening now. So, and in 1951, Iran nationalized its oil. And that's when they overthrew Mossadegh, of course, got rid of him, because he was the one that did that and put in that horrible Shah. And Libya nationalized their oil in the 1970s. And they were warned by the US, if you do that, you're going to meet the fate of Iran. So it's quite obvious what's going on. Here's the one that says,